The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the May 13th, the terrific Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. And let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, and that's this. During this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email. Send it off to steve@tfnn.com, and I'll be happy to take a look at your requests. Of course, if you're inside the Tiger's Den, well, then any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Well, we're beginning our day with a little bit of a mixed bag. The mix really only coming from the Dow, trading off about 169 points. The other U.S. indices are trading to the upside. 41 points for the S&P, 285 for the NASDAQ 100, 9 points for the Russell, 60 points for the Dow, 130 for the semis. Gold's up $22, silver's up 50 cents, light sweet crude up $1.12. Natural gas pulling back. Today's day number 2 of a retracement there. Copper is up 9 cents. 30-year Treasury is maybe going to form a TD9 count bottom between today and Thursday of this week out here. So let's begin by taking a look at what? Let's do this here. Let's go take a look at the caution signs, if there is one, inside the market. It's really coming from the New York Stock Exchange. It's coming from that advanced decline oscillator. That's going to be your bottom panel on the left-hand side. What you're going to see here is we're going to see that we are right now making lower highs. Okay, if we draw the line in here, we can just simply go like this to that. We're making lower highs, while at the same time, we are making higher highs with regard to price. That sets up a divergent pattern. So that says they expect and anticipate some type of short-term top, some type of top. I would, at this stage here, suggest short-term top. We are in the overbought condition. Anytime you're above the plus 150 level, that is that blue horizontal line, one of the blue horizontal lines. That puts you into the over. Now, you can get more overbought, obviously. So as we look at patterns for the New York Stock Exchange, if we're going to get a signal of a market pullback, it's going to come from here. Now, the only pattern that is present right now that could produce that topping signal would be a bearish reversal candle that would then generate a sell the D point top. We are at least the one-to-one area. Price yesterday took out its TD9 count breakdown level at 19,563. We're trading above yesterday's high. That's a bullish signal. So watch for a bearish reversal candle to form inside the New York Stock Exchange. If we get that, the overbought conditions will get worked off, or should get worked off. And it could just be simply a 2-day retracement out there. We look at the spot VIX index. We're well below the 50-day exponential moving average. The 50-day is printing right now at 24.85. The spot VIX is at 17.87. Yesterday, the spot VIX closed below its breakout level at 18.92. It's now targeting a TD9 count bottom pattern that formed back on March the 26th. We're trading inside that. The high of that is 1907. The low is 1697. We're likely headed down towards that low to be tested. So that's really the only significant divergent pattern that suggests a caution inside of the general U.S. stock market. And I'm going to close this up just simply to free up some space. On my main screen out here, the Dow transports are going to go ahead and form a TD9 count top today. So you can see bar number 8 formed yesterday. Today will be bar number 9. That says that a top should form between today and tomorrow. When I take a look at the 30-minute time frame chart out here right now, I don't see, anything that suggests. Take one quick peek here. Well, there is a TD9 count top on the 30-minute time frame. That would be negated with a 30-minute close above 15.098.69. So there's one potential signal of that top perhaps starting today, but we haven't busted through any levels of support out here. So watch for the Dow transports between today and tomorrow to form some type of top and pull back towards the 13,910 level. We're not at a TD9 count topping signal in any of the other indices that I know of. They're certainly not. If we look at the sectors inside the S&P 500, and we're just looking at the very right-hand column, there's no. We're not even bar number. The highest level we're at is bar number 6 inside the IWM out there. Let's go take a look at the daily equity future contracts. So inside the daily equity future contracts, you'll see we're in bar number 5 inside the Dow, bar number 3 inside the NQ, bar number 3 inside the ES, bar number 7 forming today inside the Russell 2000. So no topping signal there. You'll see A to B equals CD patterns. We have attained at least the 1-to-1 price projection. So now we are in that expansion mode. And the only thing that would suggest that we've hit some type of top, short-term top at this stage here would be a bearish reversal candle. You want to wait for that bearish reversal candle. You might as well wait for the market to communicate to you. That's what it does. And if we do get the sell the D point top, remember, I'm only with you today and tomorrow, and then I'll be off basically through late Memorial Day out there. I'll be back with you that following Tuesday. So just trying to share with you certainly what to be observant of, what to be looking for, short of a bearish reversal candle. The market should go target at least our TD9 count breakdown levels, so they're all-time highs out there. We're still a ways away from that inside some of the equity future contracts. We'll take a look at the cash indices as well. We may be closer inside of those. We take a look at the cadence, the dance steps on the very bottom panel for each of these daily equity future contracts. There's nothing that's out of whack here. Today's going to be looks like maybe day number 2 of a rally, so nothing there to be concerned with. If we take a quick peek at the intraday charts, when we do this before we start taking a look at some of the requests that have come in, here we've got the ES Mini. If we're looking at the ES Mini and we're looking for topping signals from an intraday basis, nothing on the 5-hour. We are in wave number 7. I take that back. So we're in wave number 7, both the 5-hour and the 4-hour charts. Those need lower highs in order to confirm that topping signal. Nothing on the 2-hour time frame chart, which negated earlier in the day, negated a Rhodes momentum indicator top. No signal on the 5-hour. The 30-minute time frame chart. Let me populate this here. What do we do here? We negated a TD9 count top on that. So, ES Mini is saying long and strong out there, should continue to move to higher ground. Let's take a look at the NQ, which is really leading things to the upside out here at this stage of the game. See if there's any kind of intraday topping signals for you to be aware of here. Hopefully this populates in the next 10 seconds so that I can certainly share that with you before we go to break. Daily time frame, just simply strong like bull. Come on, populate here. I don't see anything on the 60-minute time frame chart or the 30-minute time frame chart. At this stage of the game, you got negated 30-minute TD9 count top there. Everything here looks pretty hunky-dory. Looks like the NQ. Don't go short the NQ. At least there's not a single intraday signal. Or maybe I could push it and say the 10-minute chart out there has got the only signal of potential top. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back up, folks. Hey, I put the cash index for the semiconductors, the stocks up on my screen out here. I put all of them on my screen, but what I noticed was that we are in bar number 8 today inside of the semiconductor index out here. There is also an A to B equals CD pattern on the upside. You can see we've attained more than a 1-to-1 level out there. So there's a potential for a top to form inside the semis between today and Thursday of this week. Of course, if you get a bearish reversal candle, that would simply go ahead and complete a sell the D point top out there. So we are in day number 5 of consecutive moves to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did 6 days back in the February time frame out here. So it looks like, not necessarily today, but between, it could be tomorrow, maybe it's on a Thursday, maybe it's Friday when it takes place. We should start to see at least a 2-bar pullback. Now, the other option here with regard to the semis is that we can see that its oscillator and change line changed colors, went from red to green. When it goes from red to green, it tells us that the price oscillator itself is now above the 0 threshold level. When a top forms, which in this case here could be the TD9 count pattern and likely to be the TD9 count pattern, typically what you see is a pullback to that oscillator and change line. The bullish signal, especially after it changes colors, is a test and rejection of that area. Now, at this moment in time, it's 43.85 and change out there. If you're new to the pattern, just simply subscribe to Mastering Probability. You can do it for 30 days, 29 days. Doesn't cost you anything, and it will teach you. It will show you how to create that line so that you can generate that information for your system out there. It's the transports and the semis are the only ones that I see right now with topping signals. So those being the TD9 count patterns. Most of the other indices have A to B equals CD patterns, and bearish reversal candles there would confirm sell the D point top. So nothing else really that I see here to report on for you. for the cash indices. So I'm going to go ahead and shut those down. That'll take just a moment. And then we're going to get on to the request. The first request actually coming in yesterday that wasn't able to get to it, coming in from Eddie. And Eddie wanted to take a look at NXT. So in a moment, we'll get over to the NXT charts out here. Come on. Sorry about that, folks. So we should see daily, weekly, monthly. This should be NXT out here. So NXT right now, nice day yesterday. Gap, two gaps to the upside out here. Maybe eventually it's a three gap play. But at this stage here, I do not see any kind of a topping signal here. Bar number 6 to the upside. That wave number 7 isn't really pertinent to the letter G's that we see up there. Really isn't pertinent to the current move that's going on. The weekly time frame chart is trading to a profile resistance. It's TD9 count breakdown area. It's trading into what may be its swing point, all-time swing point high. Hold on a second here. Yes, let's see here. So now let's go take a look at the volume metric. Is it? Yeah. So the swing point that is trading into takes us back. This is a weekly time frame, June 14th. And the volume there was 20 million shares. Now, we're only a day and a few hours, but we're already at 6 million shares out there. So that seems like it's moving into that swing point with volume. So Eddie, at this stage here, so there's a couple different things. One, you've got an A to B equals CD on the weekly chart here that has the swing point will be January 31st, 26 million shares there. If price is able to close above that swing point, which looks like it is, and even if it doesn't have volume, you're still going to have an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. It looks like this would take us beyond its all-time highs. Nope, I take that back. It doesn't. So you have the A to B equals CD pattern. Now we're looking at the weekly time frame chart. That needs a bearish reversal candle. But let me just share this with you, Eddie, and that's if we see a close on Friday above $56 and with more than 20 million share volume, you're going to go test, or it should go test 62.31 out there. That's coming from the weekly time frame chart. And if you close above that, that would be a beautiful thing, and that suggests that we move higher. So no topping signal on the daily time frame. I've already really covered for you the weekly. On a monthly basis here, we're to, what's the 13th? The volume at that swing high was 91 million shares. Again, that's June of 2024. So far for the month, we've done only 19 million shares. So monthly chart, you're coming in light. Weekly chart looks like you've got a similar or more volume perhaps setting up by the end of the week out there. And that's what I'd be looking at, Eddie, with regard to NXT. I know you had a question about is it too late to get in on this rally or should you wait for a pullback? My take is that you should wait for a pullback, and that's based upon that New York Stock Exchange advanced decline oscillator, semiconductor and transports perhaps forming at least some type of short-term top in the next couple of days out there. No more real comments that I have for you on that. Let's go to our next request, which was from Piper Paul inside the Tiger's Den yesterday. Ticker symbol here is ORGO. ORGO had a heck of a day on Friday. That was a heck of a day to the downside, heck of a week to the downside. And right now what it's doing is testing really your last bastion of support out here, or at least so far that I see. And that's coming from the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame has a bullish structured profile. The bullish structured zone is between 289 and 331. So if you close the month below 289, that says you get back to at least recent lows. Let me open up this monthly time frame chart. See if it'll open quickly for me. That's a weird candle from back in January of 2019. So I don't even know if that's a decent data. Let me get that out of the way here. We'll take a look at this. There is not a lot of happy campers inside of ORGO. So if the question was, is it time to get in? I do not see any kind of a bottom signal on the daily time frame. In fact, the daily time frame negated a TD9 count bottom. Let me open this up, see what this might be trading into. What the heck happened there? Well, that didn't work out real well. That really didn't work out real well. I'm going to do this here. Move this off the chart. So price is trading into a set of swing points from back in January of 2025. Volume there was 236,000 shares. Today, I think we've tested the low. The low there was 288. Yeah, we definitely tested the low today. We got down to 288 exactly. 579,000 shares, though, is testing 236,000 shares. So even though price might reject this, that suggests that at least gets retested. And retested, if you don't close above the day, if you don't close above 308, certainly the bottom or the low will get tested. That's at 288 out there. Is that a bottom? The only way that's really a bottom would be using the tools that Tom taught to us, and that would be you would wait for some type of sign of strength, and then you'd buy the retracement after that sign of strength out there. But I'd be careful here on ORGO. Piper, hope that helped you out, and thanks for waiting an extra day on that. The XPEV, his or her favorite stock is, or GTE is XPEV, so let's go ahead and pull that up on our screen. As we take a look at XPEV, what do we see here? It is traded above profile resistance and its green oscillator and change line, so it still remains bullish. May make a rally up towards 24.77, the TD9 count breakdown level. It'll have an easier time of doing that if on a weekly basis price can remain above 20.90. We're at 20.62 right now. It's a green oscillator and change line. If you can close above that on a weekly basis, something we haven't seen for several weeks out here, over a month, that would be a positive and suggest to move up towards 24.67. The monthly time frame chart does not have any kind of a top out here, so it looks bullish on the daily. Right now, the weekly is kind of neutralized until you get back above 20.90, and the monthly chart looks bullish. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This year has already been a wild ride for the market. We started off heavily in the red, reversed back to all-time highs, and we now have a trade war looming. Trying to play this chop as an individual trader leads to death by 1,000 cuts. Where does this market go next? Should I add to this position or cut my losses? Where is the next opportunity? Tariffs, trade wars, analysis paralysis. Don't become a victim of this intense market. Instead, join Larry Pesavento over the second and fourth Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading. Larry has been through many markets just like this one, and the insight he provides is invaluable. The dates for this month are April 11th and 25th, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Time. Get in here and let's start trading. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. Let's get to our first question. The first question is coming in from Robert, and Robert would like to take a swing trade in either or both, perhaps the TLT or the XBI. So for the TLT, what I'm doing right now is I'm just putting up on my screen. I noticed during the a market update that we are in bar number 8 inside the 30-year Treasury right now. So that suggests, and this is also approaching profile support. Profile support is at, as soon as I get my cursor out here, profile support at about 112.20 out there. So you've got the potential here to take a long trade in the TLT, whether that's today, tomorrow, or on Thursday. That I don't know at this stage of the game. Don't really necessarily have the signal I see on a 30-minute time frame chart. It's got a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom, but price has been unable to get above that red oscillator and change line, and that low is being tested as we speak. So now let's go over and take a look at the actual TLT. The TLT is mirroring this. So momentarily, we'll have the TLT charts. We're in bar number 8 also on a daily basis. So, Robert, your opportunity to take that swing trade, actually, we're in bar number 9 today. So just know that you're a day off. I would be paying attention to the 30-year Treasury chart out there to the extent that you can. So you're one day off. That's what the TLT is going to pretty much take its directive from. We have price in the TLT that's trading into a swing point from back on April 11th. 94 million shares there. Yesterday, we did volume of 32 million shares. Today, so far, 18 million shares. So you're coming in on a lighter volume, even at best case, that's less than 60 million shares today versus 94 million. So perhaps the TLT will get down and actually test that swing point low at $85, reject it on lighter volume, have that TD9 count pattern, and then boom, you're off to the races. So the TLT definitely has that potential for you. Profile-wise, make sure you jot these down. 85.91 is the bottom of the profile. That's where we're trading below right now. So if price remains below that again tomorrow, that's the first level that you're going to want to see price get back above, because that's where counter trend moves would come to an end out there. The second area where a counter trend move would come to an end would be at 86.82. That's a bullish structured daily profile for the TLT. But really, it's going to be taking its P's and Q's from the 30-year. If I go back to the 30-year here, just curious what kind of profile we have there for its daily time frame, where we're trading in relationship. Well, we're trading towards support out there. So you can see a little bit of the different setup. But you likely are going to have a bottom signal that comes in between today and Thursday out there. So hope that helps out. Let's go take a look at XBI for you as well. XBI right now is trading out at 77.80. What XBI has struggled to do for the last 4 trading days, really for the last 3 trading days, has been unable to get back inside its profile. Yesterday was a test and rejection of the bottom of that profile at 79.77. So what you know here, Robert, that's a key level of resistance. Likewise, we also have a key level of support that happens to be at the TD9 count breakout area, and that's at 76.38 out there. So you're kind of trading inside of a no man's zone, so to speak. Weekly time frame chart, which has a nice TD9 count bottom, is trading back below its red oscillator and change line. That suggests that we could get back to test that swing point. At least the high of that swing point is 75.96. That's from April the 11th out there. It doesn't guarantee that, but we're trading. But the market conditions suggest moving lower. That's coming from the daily and the weekly, Robert. The weekly is trading below profile support. Also, its red oscillator and change line. So it's really all about 76.30. 8 out there. It's Steve Nankow breakout level. But of the two, the one that seems to have the better trade setup for you would be TLT, not XBI out here. XBI could easily form a daily. Of course, anything can do anything easily, but this could be setting up to form a daily A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. Now, we're trading into the swing point that formed on May the 8th out there. Volume on that was 16 million shares. So far today, XBI has done volume of 6 million. So 6 million shares going into that swing point that's got 16 million. It's similar or heavier volume out there. So that suggests that you at least get back to the 76.38 level. So I hope that helps you out, Robert, on both of those trades out there. And as always, thanks for your request. GT had another request, and that was to take a look at the Hang Seng out here. And the Hang Seng formed a sell the D point top last evening. Let's take a look at his daily time frame. You'll see the bear sash candle as soon as this populates. That was my recollection, was it formed a bear sash candle, and most certainly it did. So you can see the A to B equals CD pattern drawn in here. We can also see here that the oscillator and change line, much I believe like maybe it was the New York Stock Exchange. We can also see the change in color, and that suggests a retracement back to its oscillator and change line, currently printed about the 22,547 level. That number is going to change clearly as price moves up and down, but we should see a retracement towards that 22,547 level. If it holds that, then that would be a bullish signal, and perhaps the rally resumes. We head up towards 24,230. The weekly time frame chart, if it gets back below that green oscillator and change line, it's above that. That's going to add to the idea of a retracement. The green oscillator and change line on the weekly time frame, 23,044, is the number there. The monthly time frame chart still retain. No, it has no topping. It has a sell the D point pattern that formed last month. The only way that gets negated is with a close above the high from March of 2025, and that number for you is going to be 24,874.39. So sell the D point for the Hang Seng on its daily time frame should pull back towards 22,547. Thanks so much for your request. ELO inside the ELO. ELO inside the Tigers. I want to take with SMCI. So let's go back to this set of charts here, which should populate a little bit quicker for us. SMCI. There we go. And the only other request that I know that I have, I believe that I've got, is for BA and for GDX. So that's what we're going to be looking at. But we look at SMCI right now today. When it's doing ELO, it is testing profile resistance. And that level is at the 37.82 area. We're trading just above it at 37.97. If price is able to close above for 2 consecutive sessions, 37.82, you'll have another bullish signal that would suggest that we should rally further. Rally further to where? Excellent question. We're going to go with $50.15. $50.15 comes from the weekly time frame chart. That is a bullish structured profile. And if at week's end, price is able to close above the center of that profile, which is 37.93 out there, that increased the odds of that move to $50.15. The monthly time frame says 46.90 is a target level of resistance. That number is going to change by pennies as price moves up and down. But SMCI looks pretty good at this moment in time. The key question here, ELO, does price take out, does it close above that daily profile resistance level? So there's only one number for you to be focused on today. That's going to be at $37.82. From a volume standpoint, last time we were up here was with 42 million shares. Today, so far, we're at 49. That is strong. Strong like bull. Should be able to close above that resistance level. That's where your sellers reside. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at the charts here for Boeing. BA is a ticker symbol. This for Rahul inside the Tiger's Den, who's itching to go short, is what he said out there. Well, you got your signal out here today. This is going to be the bar that follows bar number 9. So you get a completion of a daily TD9 count top today. That would suggest that price would pull back towards its oscillator and change line. That's currently printed at 190.56 out there. So you got the daily signal. The weekly signal is that price is trading above its green oscillator and change line. It is trading above profile resistance. It is suggesting that it wants to rally up towards the 233.85. This will be week number 6, or it looks like it may be week number 6 of consecutive moves to the upside. Very strong momentum move going there. The monthly time frame chart, we're trading up profile resistance. We're trading above last month's high. That suggests a run for the 241.80 level out there. So you got your signal. Of course, whatever today's high is, if price starts trading above it and closes above it tomorrow, whatever that is, right now it's at 205.927. We're at the high of the session out there. If, in fact, price closes above that, that tells you about an strong upward momentum move. That price is going to go towards that 233, 241 level, and being short would be wrong. But if you're looking for patterns, you've got the TD9 count topping signal. Now, the last TD9 count top that formed out here failed in one single day out there. So just be careful with regard to Boeing, but I hope that helps you out. Let's go take a look at the GDX for Hector and Patty, and I think ELO inside the Tigers Den wanted to look at the GDX as well. So here we're going to take a look at Stevie's set of charts that look at the GDX, look at the silver and gold. But the specific question was, has the GDX formed an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside? So let's go ahead and open up the daily time frame chart. And the question is, did price close below 46.73 yesterday? So let's open up this chart here. Let's pull this back just a tad. And the question is, yesterday's close was 46.62. Volume there, 42 million shares. 42 million shares took out 14 million shares. So Hector and Patty, the answer to your question is yes. You have a confirmed A to B equals CD pattern. Should get you down to the 44-ish area out there, or perhaps this breakout level at 40.19. Now let's take, so that's what the signal from the daily time frame chart is. But we would be remiss if we didn't look at the weekly time frame chart or gold or silver out there. On a weekly time frame, the GDX is trading still above the top of its profile out there. So there's your key level of support for the GDX, Hector and Patty, and that's at 46.10 out there. So in order for that A to B equals CD pattern to really get some momentum to the downside, we need to see price close below the top of the weekly profile out there. Again, that level being 46.10. Of course, the other thing that would assist you with the trade is gold actually closing below daily profile support. And daily profile support is at 32.3330. However, we can see at 32.1030 is weekly profile, is the center of its weekly profile. Now, that becomes a real key level, because if on a weekly basis gold were to close below that, this is a bearish structured profile, it increases the odds of a move back towards 28.94 to 29.70. If in fact that unfolds, then you're going to see the GDX, or at least that'll add to the idea that the GDX will go ahead and start with that A to B equals CD pattern to the downside out there. Silver on a daily time frame, strong because it's trading above profile resistance. Silver on a weekly time frame runs into profile resistance as well as the oscillator and change line. So we don't have a real clear signal with regard to silver. Gold, we've got clear signals. You've got tops on the daily and the weekly time frame, but so far profile support for the daily is held, and then you've got that key level of to watch on the weekly time frame, the center of its profile at 32.10. So yes, the daily's got that confirmed A to B equals CD pattern to the downside, but boy, we'd always need to be paying attention to what's going on those upper tier time frames, such as the daily, such as the weekly and the monthly out there. So thanks so much for writing in, Hector, and your good wishes as well. Duncan Steve would like to take a SOXX out here. So let's go see, did I get a chance to put that in somewhere? Did I put it in here? I think I might have. Let me see. Is this the SOX? It is. Perfect. So, Dunk, what we're looking at here, the semiconductor index and the SOX doing the exact same thing, the SOX ETF we're looking at. You are on bar number 8 today. That says that you could get a TD9 count top that forms between today and Thursday out there. There's an A to B equals CD pattern on the upside. A bearish reversal candle would confirm a sell the D point top. Right now, you're super strong on the daily. You are also super strong on the weekly. The weekly's got a nice TD9 count bottom, just like the daily, just like the monthly chart. Now, the monthly chart's got a TD9 count, potential TD9 count bottom. In order for that to form, price must close at the end of May below 218.13 out there. We're 214.46. The weekly time frame chart trading about profile resistance right now, but it's only Tuesday. That number being 209.93. If it closes above that, increase the odds of a move to 233.44 out there. So the SOX, strong like bull, but potential short-term top or some kind of top forming between today and Thursday of this week out there. So Dunk, hope that helps you out. Nicholas writes in, and Nicholas would like to take a look at XLF. So let's get those charts here fired up on our screen. See what the XLF is doing. Come on, baby, populate. Great hockey on. I don't know if any of you are hockey fans, but this is always a joy this time of year to watch the hockey. And I'm going on vacation, and it's going to be a little bit hard, some of the places that I'm going to be, to really keep up with it other than maybe looking at my phone. But I probably won't do a whole lot of phone watching. But as we take a look at the XLF out here, here's what I can share with you, Nicholas. Right now, you are trading above. Yesterday, you closed above a TD9 count breakdown resistance level. Today, you are trading above a TD9 count top that formed back on March the 26th. Out here, a close above 50.91. We're at 51.29 as a bullish signal. You're only in bar number 6 on a daily basis. You're inside the so this tells us that the move inside the XLF was not a counter trend move. Of course, it's hard to say that on Tuesday when I'm looking at a weekly chart, but if on Friday price closes above 50.69. We're trading above that right now. That is really suggesting that what the XLF wants to do is make a run for 52.26. 52.26 is the top of the weekly profile. Now, on a monthly time frame, you're in an area that is a sell zone between 50.24 and 52.64. But boy, the daily looks really good. The weekly looks really good. And the monthly just says, it could be a little bit agitated. Now, if we open up the monthly time frame chart, what we're also going to notice out here is that, and this is really cool to teach because it's the simplest of technical patterns out here because anybody can do it. And the anybody is, especially when you're in a bull move out here, and then we take a look at the monthly time frame, look at how these monthly time frames basically have made either 2 or 3 month knee-jerk reaction lows before price continued to move higher. Well, guess what last month was? That was bar number 2 of that knee-jerk reaction low as price was hitting support, which was 44.25 out there. So that's what we're taking a look at. We take a look at the XLF. Nicholas, I hope that helps you out. Now I'm going to put in the ticker symbol here for OLLI. I don't know that this will populate before we go to the break, because music's going to sound here in about 7 seconds out here. But we will take a look at OLLI. We come back from this break. We're at the end of the show. I'll check my email system, see if there's any other requests that we need to take a look at. I don't think so just yet. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at OLLI. This is for Nicholas. Nicholas, we got what transpired this morning. His price ran right up into where the sellers are at on the daily time frame, the top of its profile, 116.95. So you're looking for price to be able to clear that. It's got topping patterns that basically price is trading into. Weekly chart, for example, has got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top that goes back to December 20th. Volume on that weekly candle was 7.4 million shares so far for the week. You're up with 2 million shares. So hard to say if that's going to be enough volume to push through there. But you're above profile resistance at its green oscillator and change line. So volume or not, it may get up and test that high, maybe try to take out that high at the 20.03 level. But remember, you got to get above 116.95 out there. That's the top of that daily profile. So hope that helps you out. We had a request from Fletch to take with APPP. He's in that position with some nice gains. Long does this APP? No, I got to the wrong thing. Sorry about that. Come on, Stevie. Be smart about it. Let's try this. There we go. So we take a look at APPP. Boy, you got to love the day's activity. You got to love the daily chart. You got to love the monthly chart. What you're struggling with right now is the weekly chart. Price is taking on weekly profile resistance. So the number you're looking for price to clear is 379.86. If you can close above 379.86, you should head to higher ground. Now, there's a swing point out here that price is also trading into, which is February 14th. Volume there was 48 million shares. Again, it's only Tuesday. You're at 12 million shares, so watch that. But what you're really looking for is you'd really like to see price start trading above that top of that profile, 379.86. If you do that, you should have a further rally. You can see there's an A to B equal CD pattern on the upside. On the daily time frame chart, that says a bearish reversal candle would confirm a top there. And lastly, let's take a look at TVGN. See if Stevie can get to that. This is for Bob in Spokane. TVGN, Bob, is going to form bar number 8 of a TD9 count. This suggests that you could get a TD9 count top between today and Thursday. That would suggest that price would pull back towards the 105 to 114 level out there. Folks, stay tuned for all the great programming. Thanks for joining me, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow on Wonderful Wednesday. Have a terrific Tuesday.